So now here, the second rebuttal against the motion.
Yes, Madam
This
Speaker,
legal
that would,
abstracts.
yes, Madam Speaker, that would be me. If I may ask, since we were prematurely ending the debate, are we still allowed an
Oh no, we're not
intermission
ending the debate.
injection?
Yes, we're not ending the debate. Sorry, we have an intermission of 2 minutes. You said that you have an interjection.
Yeah, I was just wanted to make sure that we are allowed interjection. And if
Yes,
so, yes, can I please, would
yes.
the honourable member entertain such?
Would you like to entertain the question?
No, we will take no further we will entertain no further questions.
Okay. Honorable member, they will not entertain. Guys, I apologize. Once again. So we have an intermission of 2 minutes, okay? Okay, so we'll now hear the second rebuttal against the motion. And this is the asterisk. You have 5 minutes. The floor is yours.
Yes, good night, Madam Speaker, judges, debaters, and the audience. As I take this final opportunity to speak, I rise on behalf of the Amazonians, not just to argue, but to remind, reinforce, and conclude why we wholeheartedly and unapologetically reject the notion that men make better leaders than women. Our team has thoroughly debunked the Titans' claims, challenged gender stereotypes and outdated assumptions, and I will now consolidate these points to reinforce our compelling arguments. As my teammate, the warrior, stated, leadership is not about chromosomes, but about competence. It is not reserved for those who speak the loudest or appear the most assertive, but for those who demonstrate vision, integrity, and adaptability, and emotional intelligence. And while these traits are not exclusive to men, they are human traits. And we have proven that women have continuously demonstrated their excellence in them. We dismantle the argument that men are naturally better leaders by analyzing leadership styles. As entertained during the introduction main speech, the Titans glorified transactional dominance-based leadership while ignoring the proven success of transformational leadership, a style far more commonly practiced by women. It emphasizes collaboration, empathy, ethical decision making, and team development, as we so heard, and what we know to be relevant in today's evolving world. We remind the Titans that many of the world's most effective leaders, as stated Mia Motley and Angela Merkel, embody these traits. And these examples were brought, to highlight real world evidence supporting our position. We also expose the biases that work against female leaders. The warrior made it clear that women are judged more harshly, not because they are less capable, but because society has conditioned the world to expect leadership to look, sound, and behave in a more in a way that's typically associated with men. Emotional intelligence is mistaken for weakness, collaboration for indecision, and compassion for incompetence. This double standard is a glaring flaw in the argument itself that men make better leaders. It is not a fact, it is a perception skewed by systematic bias. And let's look at narcissistic leadership then. We demonstrated to the Titans how traits like overconfidence and self centeredness, commonly seen in male leaders, are often mistaken for signs of strong leadership. But we want to ask the House a critical question. Is the is confidence the same as competence? Madam Speaker, the government has selectively highlighted examples of female leaders who face challenges while conveniently overlooking numerous cases of male leaders who have failed. Leadership success or failure is not determined by gender, it is shaped by competence, vision, and ethical decision making, as I previously said. To truly assess leadership, we must move beyond selective narratives and evaluate individuals based on merit, not outdated stereotypes. Now, again, the Titans can continue to defend this motion by relying on stereotypes and outdated social constructs, but we counter those narratives with data, logic, and a vision of effective leadership, not ego. From educational achievements to emotional intelligence, from shaping public policies to driving private sector innovation, women have shown that they are not just equal. They, well, we are exceptional. So, Madam Speaker, the opposition will not be silent in the face of a motion that suggests half the population is inherently less capable. The truth already stands before the government. This is not a speech of elevation, it is one of affirmation. We affirm that leadership is not a male trait. We affirm that bias must no longer be confused with the truth. And we affirm that women across time, cultures, industries have proven time and time again that they are more than capable of leading with purpose, power, and poise. Madam Speaker, again, we reaffirm our stance. Women make better leaders. To accept this motion is to accept regression. To reject it, as we urge you, is to embrace progress. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Okay, thank you, honorable member. Okay, honorable members of the House, this officially brings us to the end of our debate. I do commend both the government and the opposition teams for their insightful arguments and respectful conduct. So now I would invite the judges to present our assessments on behalf of the House. So thank you. Sir?